pull out some crazier picks in the gold lane.
Like a fling.
Yeah.
Fling or not, we're gonna go ahead and go into this one. Land of Dawn here between this historic match right now. Severo alongside the Super Fam Onic Philippines versus Twisted Minds. And Al against him. Let's see how this plays out. Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen the YSS in the gold lane.
Gentlemen, note the aggressive use of Purify.
Yeah, and he also started by taking the beetle up top. So that's his first thing. Before the waves came out, he went straight for the beetle. Huh. Interesting. Oh wait, no, he didn't. Okay, he just went there. He just hasn't spawned yet. Okay.
Checked it.
All right, I was just losing it a bit.
All right, King Kong and Brusco bearing down on the small camp away from MP the King. They successfully get it, but look, MP is just self-sustaining. He's like, all right, I'll do it myself. I'll take yours in return.
Oh wait, oh no, Severo might get the gank here.
Kaloy coming in, gets a good freeze on both Brusco and Prince. Fine.
Okay, for those that might not know, and why we spent so much time today alone from last series until now talking about Marcel. And if you haven't played it against him yet, just for those that don't know, Marcel is he's basically overpowered. Like, he's so strong. And then we talked about too how the Leomord was great against him, but now you have it on the same team. Is this still a massive threat against Onic, or does this lineup, this draft, kind of alleviate some of that strength that Marcel has?
Yeah, and it's one of those scenarios where the gears in my head are trying to turn as fast as they can right now. There's so many unfamiliar pieces together that I'm thinking about. So I think we'll see a little bit more of it as it goes on.
It's 4D chess. There's a nice freeze onto Brusco. The passive on Kaloy coming through as well. The tracking shot, upping his movement speed to, again, effectively track targets. Now he jumps into Ryota and Brusco. There's MP the King with a Venom Steed slashing through Brusco. Didn't even get the heal, using that flicker defensively. And now Ryota pushing back 3 members of Twisted Minds. Sean checking in, holding on to the RWM.
Yeah, MP the King brought low, but I don't think Onic can go straight for the turtle. Have to go through the purple buff first. Let's see if after this purple buff they'll go there and where MP the King will go. After this green camp, is he going to try to position for turtle, or will they just give that up and go to their own purple buff instead?
Yeah, so
purple it is.
Yeah, purple taken. No deaths there. But so this is one of the things that Marcel does, and he doesn't have the ultimate yet. He doesn't have that golden hour just yet, but still a threat with being able to go ahead and snap some of these people. But King Kong secures the turtle. They'll keep it clean and calm right now. First objective secured.
Uh-oh! Ow! Catches a face full of Mountain Shocker. Had to get on out of there. Did not need to use the Purify, but a close call across the map. Onic are getting what they want.
Yeah, it seems like in the trades, the moment Severo lands the Mountain Shocker and the stun first, that's already going to be an advantage for him, making it hard for Al to decide whether or not he's going to be committing it. So after he took all of that damage from Severo, he decided to BMI out instead. So let's see if Severo's going to keep using his ultimate just in lane to try and keep forcing Al back.
Could. I mean, right now he's got a little bit of an advantage, as you can see there with the gold in the gold lane. Across him, he's 200 gold ahead. Went to the rush with that Hunter Strike too.
Which in hindsight is still very strong out of the gold lane. Name another gold laner who has an ult that affects the map entirely on a single press. Even SOD doesn't do that. You have to aim SOD. And you have to do something with it. Oh, there it is, another Mount Shocker. King Kong drops the deadly magics! Owl bites it underneath tier 1. First blood
Clean.
for the Super Fam.
Clean gank from those two. That could not have gone any better. And it seems like because of Al prioritizing the Warrior Boots first, that's him acknowledging that in lane to lane, it's better for the YSS. He will have the damage advantage. Severo decided to go for pure damage item. Al immediately thought, this is going to hurt. I have to go defensive first.
And that's going to hurt too, because that's a whole lot of extra gold now in the hands of Severo, even though he was already a couple hundred gold ahead. And like you guys were mentioning, having that Mountain Shocker also secures you that move, that play with the Deadly Magic with the Harley to set things up.
Tsunami Slam finds him. Golden Hour, the answer. Kaloy moving around, trying to cancel Brusco's initiation. It's successful, but still, Twisted Minds on the back, but Sean forced to flicker out.
Defensive Golden Hour, and yeah, you see the moment it goes up and there are members of both teams outside of the Golden Hour, they're essentially just waiting.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. It's a waiting game when it's used. And second turtle up, control right now for Onic. Let's see if Twisted does.
Here we go, Black Dragon form plus the Phantom Steed. big trade in the Turtle Pit. Lansu steals it away with an Infernal Pursuit. And just like that, Turtle 2 goes over to Twisted.
All right, Twisted somehow ends up securing that. Lansu gets that, but you can still see that if they go full force in the face of Onic, it's more so of they need to be able to go ahead and scale up. And a part of that is that Phoveus being tanky enough. They've got plenty of damage early on to be able to utilize this and wait for Owl to eventually come online here on this Claude here. But what I'm seeing from Onic too, the way they approach the fights is just like we've seen so much times before. Kalea can set things up. If you don't have that, you actually have quite a bit of good, these like mini crowd controls that you can use with the Fury, the Phoenix, even Ryota when he has the Petrify available or that setup potential with the Furious Dive.
It's interesting to see the hero design of oh, sorry, I'm blanking. Marcel, there you go.
Marcel.
Thank you. He's not really built like the archetype in-your-face type attack, but because of his kit, because of frame moment and tracking shot, he is encouraged to just go up right in front of whoever he's up against, try to get those immobilizers and crowd control up, and then make the most out of all of the crowd control abilities that you have.
And he can. We've seen it a couple of times. The only problem is Twisted Minds can never really truly say no. All they're doing is saying not yet to Onic. What's the power spike we're looking for? Is it an Owl? Is there another possible power spike?
I mean, with the presence of the Leomord, that's a given. I think they're also looking towards when the Eve will have enough damage that Onic will really have to respect. Because so far it's been Onic like initiating.
Yeah.
But then if they're not careful with their initiation and they get trapped in the mix-up of a well-timed, maybe one skill after the other, real-world manipulation, and then golden hour, setting all that up, or the other way around, then Onyx dive-focused lineup is going to start feeling the counterpunch of the Twisted Mind playstyle. It's old-school Bonchan Eson.
Yeah, I think that's why this now for this last turtle of the game, you're going to see them set things up. Now, there's no Purify that was taken out earlier on for Koloi, so I don't think he's going to be able to jump in this one. So that's one thing that Brusco is doing. He knows that any Kalea player that going against this knows there's going to be two Purifies. They go.
Tsunami Slam on the one. Black Dragon form.
Wow.
Golden Hour stopping Frizz and Brusco holding the tracks. Severo pushes the turret. And just like that, it's all Lansu. He finds King Kong. The beast has been slain. And the Super Fab will find retribution. Down goes Lansu. The Riot army goes wild.
That was either unfortunate timing or the best timing because of the enhanced basic attack from Lansu's Phoveus. Locked in on King Kong's Harley at the right time so that when he got the hat trick away, Lansu was already locked in and homed in on him like a missile.
Yeah, and also when that fight broke out, they're able to go ahead and capitalize on something. That's what Twisted Minds did really well, especially last season. Sometimes they might be losing that fight or that skirmish, but they're usually getting something else across the map. And you see that as they take that tier 1 down, keeps them from getting too out of hands when it terms of the gold lead. But it is going to be Severo that knocks down the tier 1 turret now down bot, and you can see the itemization coming into play. King Kong's now got a Divine Glaive with the Genius Wand. So he's going to work pretty good synergistically with Super Prince now at this portion of the game where they're just looking to burst someone down. If they can lock someone down, survive that golden hour setup, and then get one themselves, they get the advantage in terms of numbers.
Yeah, but on the other side, you also see the threat of what the Twisted Minds combo could potentially have. The ceiling is quite obvious. I didn't expect that they'd use that to actually stop the reinforcements coming in after the initial setup. That bought time, which led to King Kong going down. So again, it's pretty much the same thing. Onyx just needs to be careful of their timing and dive because it's easy for Twisted Minds' composition to split them up at the worst possible time, then punish.
It seems like if we see it more often, it'll be confirmed, but they're using Golden Hour to reposition and reassess the battlefield. It's like, all right, Golden Hour now. You got 2 seconds. All right, this is where they are. Do that. And that's how they won that last engagement.
That's interesting, too. Lights, camera, action. He's 130th hero pick in the MPL Philippines. Yeah, Marcel. That's Clemar.
Clemar Santos.
It's a magical camera with a person's soul in it.
Yeah. Dare I say, you could call Clemara a faceless void.
Yes.
Cameras don't have faces, you're right.
Yes, you're right. They don't. The Lord's got one. Lansu, though, he gets poked down a lot. Again, this is the amount of damage that even King Kong can do, so it's going to be a fight for the space around the Lord. Oh, where's he going to go here?
I'm thinking, okay, so even if during the objective team fights, because of Traceless, Severo's positioning in the dance is as if he is a jungle himself. Maybe they're using him as a little bit of a bait tactic, wherein they see the YSS and then traceless.
Kaloy compromising Brusco's position in that river brush, and they re-engage. It's come to the point where the game is so tight that despite Onic having, you know, a small advantage on the map and a 1k gold lead, Twisted Mind's movements are just as lethal.
Yeah. This is all going well for Onic, but at the same time, Twisted Minds have kept the game close. Al did suffer that one death, just a level behind Severo, so it's not a massive gap.
Yeah. Less than 1,000 behind?
Less than 1,000. He's on the way to Trinity. Once that golden staff locks in, then it is going to start looking a little bit more different for Onic.
About 1,000 and change, I take that back. He's just on his way to the Swift Trinity.
Yeah, so once he gets there, he's going to be in a good position to actually fight this. And I think that's why Twisted is just kind of delaying this out if they can.
Yeah. We're also waiting for the third item of Sean because he went Bloodwing second. So typical Eve approach, he decided to go for sustainability, which makes a lot of sense because of the threat of the Harley of King Kong. Who, by the way, I like his positioning so far.
Kaloy took a little too much heat there.
Yeah.
Down to a third.
And that just goes to show how good the damage profile of Onic is. Even up against a roamer. I know he's not, again, a traditional tank, and he does build defensive items, but that hurts. And that is a telltale sign for Twisted Minds that they're gonna need to pull the trigger eventually. They cannot keep stretching this out.
Okay, he's gonna check that out. That's one thing that's interesting about Marcel too, right? He doesn't get 8 HP, basically, from the HP items.
No benefits.
No benefits from it. You saw him pick up a Guardian Helm. That's just going to help him heal back up at least when he does get poked down.
Putting himself in danger.
He kind of has to, though,
he'll
right?
He'll sit out for like 3 seconds. I can do. I go again.
Like this? Okay.
Go again. Even Brusco's getting tired of this. Like, stop! Come on, stop!
Oh, less than half health on the Lord.
All right, this is the dance. Lord gets reset.
Yeah, it gets reset. There's so much pressure from Onyx
lineup.
lineup.
Whoa! Brusco pulls the trigger. Finds Sean. That's the golden hour, the reposition, yes, the fury of the Phoenix. Sean goes down, Black Dragon form from Ryota. That's the Mount Shocker from Severo. Does not get the finishing job, but MP finds Brusco. Severo falls, and now Ryota in the middle of 3. Make that 4, Kaloy still here. Ryota goes down, Ow gets him. Lansu got the deadly magic on him, but he's got a lot of HP. He's fine. Twisted Minds reposition to the Lord.
What a fight for Twisted Minds. I thought it was going to go way worse than it did for them. But Onic wasn't able to win that fight, and now Lord goes to Twisted.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about it earlier. If Twisted Minds are going to change their approach, wherein once something has initiated, they will hold off. Maybe then they'll use the golden moment, hold a little bit, allow Onic to go deep into the engage, and then that's when they pop their big abilities. You see it happen. Once Onic decides to go for full dive, but Twisted Minds have it premeditated where we still have some ultimates, we still have some abilities to punish this dive, then we can turn it around. So Twisted Minds' long game con has worked out for them. Now it's Onic in the back foot with a lineup that doesn't want to be playing from behind in terms of map control.
Yeah, it's interesting too because of the fact that like this is such a low kill game from especially what we saw in the previous series, but it's the technicalities that are coming through here with this composition. I mean, even in a sense, Golden out, freezing the Lord, keeping him there too, goes in for his charge, but that's part of the play here. Also notice that something that has to be dealt with if you are Twist and you're using that Golden Hour.
Yeah.
You saw from Super Prince the timing with the Fury of the Phoenix, that little bit of a stun that is there with the Fury of Phoenix can be timed well to deal at least with the Golden Hour in a way.
Yeah, and I like how Kaloy used the Golden Hour on that Lord because that actually meant that the dive will push through that charge. Because if he did not commit that, then Onic would have taken down the Lord before the damage from the charge connected.
So there would have been a chunk of HP that the turret would have saved.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why he uses ultimate to make sure that the charge will eventually just go through.
These are mechanics that prior was not in the game before Marcel.
Yeah, Marcel has changed
he's
changed the game, literally.
It's been a great year for the French. Well, it's not really French, it's just the name.
Yeah, he's English. Owl also just picked up his Wind of Nature, so he's going to have that defensiveness here for him. Look at this. This is what I was talking about. There's the Fury of the Phoenix. Bit of a stun there, but still, surprisingly, because of the way this lineup works for Onic, once that was used up, you lose a lot of the firepower, and Severo going down. Lansu does a great job at sticking to the right targets here.
Yeah, and it was also the defensive Blazing Duet from Owl. So Onic decided to go commit on that Claude. Once a Blazing Duet popped up, they were like, wait, this hurts more than it's supposed to be. Oh no, we're split up. Oh, Severo was left alone. Lansu was just eating up the back line. So Onic need to watch their positioning, and they need to double down again on the idea that they built this lineup so Severo's comfortable across the map and during team fights.
My God. And the only way that they can stop Lansu is if they kill him. And he's building full defense. And his kit is procced by 4 heroes. Oh my God, Kaloy is about to get bursted down! I'm not sure that works that way, Kaloy, but you survived anyways.
He tried it.
Yeah, he tried it.
He tried it out.
All right, impressive. I think that is a gift he can thank the Guardian Helm for. Because again, he was out of combat, and he but I think he tried the golden hour, the damage proc.
Like a winter crown.
All right, well, it didn't work that time, but
worth a try, I
worth
guess.
a try, worth an attempt.
We could be wrong. That could be how it works.
Yeah. Just for some reason that didn't come through. He didn't even use the Purify, so he still had that, obviously.
Yeah. That's impressive.
It is.
It's or interesting, I'd rather say.
The really tough thing about the Onic lineup, though, is even if they blast one, because again, with what you mentioned, the presence of the Phobius, it feels like it's not worth it to all commit to just go for a 5v4 advantage. Because even as 4, as long as the Phobius or even the Leomord is alive, Twisted Minds is fine.
Lansu is relentless.
Yeah. Let's say, how about that, even, like, in the last team fight, Sean went down so quick, but what happened? Twisted Minds eventually won that fight.
Fury of the Phoenix, he purifies it! King Kong! Brusco, Phobius on 2 for 1.
Even if you throw everything out, still in a susceptible MP, he was able to go ahead and
these two are making it look easy. Even if Sean isn't having that impactful of an Eve game, 1-1 and 2, still impressive, yes. Problems for Onic in the longer engaged team fights.
Whoa, Lord here. Down to a 5th of his health. Now on 8. Fury of the Phoenix.
Wow.
Superman trying to buy. Lansu got about 1 HP left. Still in it. They take the Lord.
Lansu's doing work, man.
Yes, sir.
This Phobius, I mean, there's a reason why he's carrying a, what is it, a monolith or an obelisk or whatever he's carrying.
An obelisk.
An obelisk. He's doing that in this game, and you were pointing. Item go. Winter Trot.
Sorry, that's a
Kaloy.
mass.
Machete.
Severo picking up the rose gold. Assuming we're going to see Kaloy potentially do same thing he doesn't have. He's got it. But I don't think they need it. Yeah, he's just going to go for the full dive. They want to take this base turret down a bit further. They still have a wave up top that can potentially push in, but it looks like they're just going to go ahead and get that one base turret.
Yeah, they didn't have enough minion wave to try and would have just full sent it. But the thing is, the game is so close that one big mishap from either team just pretty much spells victory. Twisted Minds, they can't be comfortable with this 1,000 gold lead. At this point, Onic has everything they need. It's just, it's so tricky to fight against a lineup that has 2 very tanky presences when your entire lineup is built for fast, quick win.
Yeah, they knew. Both the Gentleman in the River and King Kong knew.
Yeah.
Lansu's man marking and reading of the map, the potential positioning of where King Kong and the other members of Onic could be has been stellar. We might be seeing an eventual MVP performance from the EXP laner of Twisted Minds.
He's got my nod.
Yeah. This is going to be one of those things where it's like now if Onic wants to get the favor Ryota on this Yuzhong has to be able to go ahead and almost emulate what Lantu's able to do, but on the other side, because now Owl, he, like you mentioned in the draft too, he's got so much space to work with in a lot of these fights, and we've seen that, but I think it almost does come down to these XP laners on both sides being able to set things up.
Gentlemen, that's why I call it the crunch.
The trunk.
The image is the crunch.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was so confused too.
Looking at the crowd right now, dude.
Yeah. The Tron show up, but them, because so far it is.
As long as Onic doesn't pull anything that is different from the past half a dozen fights, then yeah, it's going to go to Twisted over and over again. That's what Onic is doing now. That's why they're buying time, looking for a different angle of attack.
Yeah, I feel like they've been trying to find the angles, but it seems like almost every angle is
Covered by Lansu.
covered by Lansu. It's like, I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere.
Lantu's just the guy. Okay, they're going to go and keep them spotted out here. King Kong has been pretty happy with using that deadly magic, but it's just unfortunate because they can't really capitalize on the right target. Who is the right target? For a lot of times, it's been either Kaloi. He's taken that. Owl has been pretty safe, and he just picked up the Malefic Gun too, so he's got a little bit more range to work with. But this now evolved the Lord at this point. 21 minutes into this game, it's been such again a low kill game. You can see some items picked up here too. Severo now getting the DHS to go ahead and try to help deal with Lantu if he gets focused in on him. But this is a tough one. This is going to be a tough Lord to secure on for Onic here.
Yeah, I just realized it's also really tough to go for the burn rush on the Lord if you're Onic, because if Kaloi's nearby, it's just like, okay, golden hour. Hey guys, come over here. Setting it up for us. It ends up becoming a leash.
King Kong waiting patiently. Severo once again cosplaying the jungler here on the YSS. Lantu.
Deadly Magic's already committed. That's another one, 25 seconds. Possibly that King Kong will have to wait. In comes Kaloi, gets him out of there. No punish from King Kong. Again, it's off of cooldown. That's a third of the health left on the Lord. This Dance is about to turn deadly. That's a soft reset.
Yeah, wait, Lansu flickered though. I wonder if Onic are going to use that knowledge to try and take Lansu out immediately.
The ult's back up for King Kong. He's going to go for Kaloi.
Deadly Magic's again committed. That's the Fury of the Phoenix. Onic thinking about it. It's a full committal.
Wow.
Onic used the threat of violence to stop Twisted Minds from contesting. Lord to the Super Fam.
That was brilliant. They did use the knowledge of Lansu burning his flicker because they knew that that's going to immediately change how Twisted Minds want to go for the dance. He's going to be a little bit more careful, drag it out a little bit further, and yes, the Purify from Owl also got forced out.
That's the Fury, baby.
It's a chess game, man. And that's exactly what that whole Lord dance was. Again, a Lord that was evolved, plus that 20-minute mark here for this. So a very hard-fought win. And it's funny because when you break that down, a whole lot didn't seem to happen, but a whole lot really did when it came down to the timings, be able to get some of those battle spells down, and then now work towards having this advantage of pushing in with the Lord here. And so with this evolved Lord coming towards the base of Twisted, and this kind of lineup that Onic has, we'll see if they can push down some of these base turrets.
10 kills, 6 on Twisted, 4 on Onic, 23 minutes. I wonder if Severo's going like, guys, what is this?
This is not what I heard.
Is this how the food is played? Wow.
Fury of the Phoenix starting it up for Onic, plus a Mount Shocker. And that's enough. I think Onic are happy with going evens with Twisted Minds. They both have lost a side lane inhibitor.
I think they're still potentially going to get this mid turret here.
Do they want more? Nato says Onic, Black Dragon form, by Ryota. They don't have enough waves. Golden Hour used to stop Onyx forward momentum. Bottom lane almost gave in, but turret. Twisted Minds keep it up.
So nearly getting the 2 base turrets too.
Up King Kong! He gets it! Plus the space
it's Cloud
escape.
Oh no!
Here it comes! Flying Clouds, an unfortunate pause.
Double checking it out. Seems like, yes, based on the information that we can see on the stage, it is the side of Onic Philippines that did call the pause, and our marshals are currently assisting Super Friends.
How's about that for a golden hour?
Yeah.
Well, when we get back, we are going to be seeing Ryota going down.
Yeah, he's definitely
dead.
I will say this, Not worth it, man. It's flying clouds. They should respect the respawn and them to just chase. I know they wanted to get the tower, but dude, that's one tickle of a basic attack away, 2 even. Why did you need to commit?
And if you look back at the competitive history of Coach Eson and Coach Bonchan, this is their specialty. Even before Flying Clouds, under Blacks International, they would relish in base defenses and then wipe out their opponents.
Yeah, exactly. Right now, which is why I'm just like, Onic, what was that?
I don't know if they'll like get more than just Ryota off that.
Yeah,
because
there might be more.
King Kong should have been able to get away.
Yeah, he has the hat trick dash out. He still has a bit of movement speed to get away, so he should be safe. I think it's Ryota. I just didn't see right before we went to the pause if there were members of Onic in the mid lane close enough to help Ryota or maybe even punish Twisted Minds for chasing down the Yuzhong.
That's one thing that I'm wondering too, because, all right, and if they don't, if it's just Ryota going down, then they got 2 base turrets down, and mid is like 1 HP of the base turret for Twisted. But I think what we end up seeing is just once again, a Lord dance. Like, this is the most Lord dancing that we have seen in a while.
Yeah.
Like with these kind of compositions.
Is it the effect of the M7 World Championship on Team Liquid and Aurora that their first match went like that? And now that when we go back to 2 teams that weren't part of the M7 World Championship, it's like, yep, welcome back to the Philippines.
This is how we play.
This is how we play. It's a lot of macro. It's a lot of slow pace, really trying to count your advantages, count your skills in every single moment. It's crazy that we got to see, so far, 2 very different ways of how the game is played here in the Home of Champions.
Bang Clayton must be like, something's got to give. I want to fight.
Bang Clayton.
All right, Scent is not giving the chop just yet.
Yeah.
I was like, he's posted up.
Are we going to get the chop?
And
no, we're going back. All right, let's see what happened. So, oh, wait.
Oh,
Ryota
got away.
survived?
He got away.
He actually got away.
He got away with it.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Still 10 kills, gentlemen.
Still worked out for them. I overreacted. I really thought Ryota was going to go down.
I thought he was going to die,
and
too.
he even saved his immortality.
Yeah.
What a guy. He almost got petrified here in just a second. Lord is going to be up here in just a bit, too. So, like I was saying, this is going to be one of those things. And I don't know, maybe there's a threat. There's not much of a threat they can even do playing the map when the Lord comes up here, because that bottom side is down, unless, you know, usually we see some potential for a split push, but
King is trying, look.
yeah, this might be a little bit too difficult to pull off, though.
Yeah. That bottom lane minion wave is going to be a problem for Onyx. No Twisted Minds is going to be leveraging
He's just
that.
where's he? He's swinging around
look
here.
At the cut by King. He knows that he's unpunishable in this position. Purple still standing. MP does not secure. Where'd it go?
Where is the purple though?
Oh no, it was left frozen by Onyx.
Oh, they only left the...
They left the baby.
They left the baby.
So he's going to go ahead and take the orange, but the fight!
Big dudes! Down goes Navarro! And now a response coming in from Ryota. Black Dragon Form trying to stop Twisted Minds. Brusco very low. MP the King trying to stop him. Pops that
King
immortality. King Kong looking for him. Down goes Brusco. 3v5. Lancer catches a face full of deadly magic. He's gonna be fine here. Gets that winner crown. Freezes, bro. And he's fine. Onyx trying to take down Sean. Golden hour!
Wow!
He's okay! Kaloy catches the heat. And with that, Twisted Minds back to business. Trying to secure
They
the
get the Lord.
King Kong, a little too far, and the retribution is good. MP secures.
Punish!
Oh, defensive blazing duet. Twisted Minds recover.
No!
There goes. Oh, Super Prince flickers forward.
This is going to keep going on. The Lord's going to spawn, but Owl is gone for more than a minute. By the time the Lord gets to the base of Onic, Brusco and Severo will be back.
Oh, the Lord just spawned. I thought we missed a 15-second window.
Oh, man.
If it spawned at 45, it would have been better.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate, but this game, I mean, almost the 27-minute mark, and it's like, you know, you saw King Kong over there on that side of the jungle going for the orange and everything else, but the team got forced into a fight. So we're going to have some swapping of items going on here, it looks like, too. Potions also coming into play.
Oh.
And this is going to be a beefy Lord to deal with. I'm really wondering how Onyx is going to be able to go on the defense here. They might force something actually before the Lord even gets its way up to that base.
Yeah, their damage is going to suffer because they have to commit a good chunk of it to taking care of the Lord. And that means Twisted Minds can come in and deal damage back with not much of a response.
That's why they have to deal with it here. Knowing that Owl's not part of the picture, but Twisted, what do they want to do? Do they choose a fight or just delay? Look at those hits on Severo from the Lord alone.
MP!
MP! Should be fine, gets his immortality pop. So the Butterbiel did give him a little extra magic defense, but not enough.
Man, seeing the pros play it, Marcel is really annoying. He just keeps walking up to you. You can't help but just get snapshotted. That momentary freeze is more than enough for another team to decide real quick whether they're gonna jump on you or not.
That bought enough time though. Onyx was able to go ahead and do enough to take care of this Lord. Again, a massive charged up Lord to almost the 28-minute mark at this point, and I think again it all comes down to the Lord dances, unless somehow there's a big pickoff to come into play here, but I don't know if that's really going to happen with Onyx as they try to defend this mid.
Conceal by Kaloy, but the Golden Hour stopping the Black Dragon form, throwing it in, Tsunami Slam, no one holds, the turret left at a fifth of its health, down goes Lansu, Blazing Duet takes down Brusco, and the turret up top goes down.
What
the freezes, FP the King gets caught, down, Severo might go ham here, and the rest of Twisted Minds get on out of there. 3 go down from Twisted, 2 for Onyx.
A big play for Severo and Onyx Philippines.
The Mountain Shocker was actually alley-ooped by the Golden Hour with everyone frozen. That actually looked like a great defensive tool, but Severo didn't caught. He waited for the right moment to throw out that stun, and it landed perfectly. It was difficult for him to find the right Sean. Just not enough.
Deadly Magic. Best and all my. Just concede this Lord.
I don't think they can. This is just a thing. King Kong's kit. That's going to be a of events. I was saying maybe we just wait for the next Lord. This defense ends up giving Onyx Philippines the upper hand to turn.
What a game. I had to take a sip. See here, Severo was still on the turtle ship. He waited. Intercrown already. Defensive Blazing Duet by Owl, but at that point they burned out the main damage tool to go alongside the real world manipulation.
Okay, man. This is going to be a tough one now to defend for Twisted. I think their lineup is more built for it, though, I would say. There's potential that we see this Lord also cleared out. I'm wondering just how they deal with the kind of like this composition from Onyx a little finicky, as I would say it. You've got King Kong coming in from all angles on this Harley, causing a lot of chaos, throwing out the deadly magic. His cards alone, that first skill alone does quite a bit if it hits the right targets too. So I'm just wondering what the plan here is to deal with that.
It's tricky, but they got the tools.
Yeah.
And that's what Onyx is looking at here. I don't know if they have to give up Brusco. Something tells me they just have to hard swing for Brusco so that Twisted Minds have to trade for more, because, yeah, it's true. Is that Sensui in the front row?
Is that Sensui?
Yeah, it was former Twisted Minds jungler Sensui up front there. Anyways, I'm trying to say.
Good spot.
I was trying to say, the whole Lansu alone could swing it isn't true anymore. We've seen that if you get rid of his flicker, things change.
Yeah. It also has gotten to the point now where even Lansu trying to front is him thinking, oh, what the majority of the game has gone for me, I cannot do consistently anymore. He gets burned down way too quick.
Man, we might be on the road too for our longest game already. I mean, yes,
it's 29.
Yeah, it's 29, but what was our longest last season? 30?
I didn't feel it, by the way. I'm telling you all now, I didn't feel 29.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't know it was 29?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, my brain was constantly turning about, like, oh, how is this reaction going to go? You saw the little bits of interactions that we really need to watch out for. That felt like a quick 29.
Yeah.
And that's in my head, it's like 16. 16.
Yeah.
16.
Except for the being the the evolved Lord, like how difficult it is for them
to
actually secure it.
18.
Yeah.
18.
It's this is gonna be a tough one. I feel like I said for Twisted though, they have the tools. We'll see if they're able to clear it out once we get back into this game. And I think it's this is one of the things. I don't even know if we'll see this specific lineup from Onic again. Like this is such a unique composition that they brought for.
It is, dude. But I wonder if that ends up becoming like their thing. That what if they saw something that not a lot of teams know just yet, that not a lot of us know just yet, that YSS Gold actually really slaps in the right hands and with the right composition and pieces with it.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have the pressure of being the main damage dealer. That's the Harley. And it is supplemented with other heroes as well that can help. That was a little bit too close for comfort, Sent, but thanks.
Thank you, Sent. We're
got
going to
a
be
chop.
jumping back into this.
Yeah.
All right, so Lord hasn't spawned just yet over on the side for Onic to make work with.
Just to help fill in with a little bit more context and information, the Marshals are currently closely monitoring Super Prince, as it is on his side of the table where it seems like a little bit of the issues are popping up, but they are close by, immediately ready to help him out in case if needed.
Yeah, Super Prince is also going to be a big part of this. I mean, he has this whole game so far, almost the 30 minutes of it. Fury of the Phoenix really helps deal with that golden hour like we talked about, but even so, just the amount of poke and damage he's able to go ahead and provide. So this is going to be a quick mid-turret falling here. Look at the poke coming through already. Lord's going to be stopped in his tracks. He's going to force a fight though.
Old Revelation coming in, forcing King Kong out of here. Space, escape out. He's healing up, he's trying. Down goes Lanzu. Savero disintegrates that Mobius, and the Lord is swinging away. Twisted Mind is in no shape to fight. And Owl is very low. The base is at half health. Down goes one more. Poverty Immortalities and Onic Philippines take game one.
The first import